Hey Instagram, it's Dr. Rick, and we're doing an unboxing today on a medical cannabis product called Avexia Pain Relief. Now this is a lotion. It's a little bit different than the other topicals that I've unboxed, and I'll put the links down below for those. And by the way, if you are a medical cannabis consumer, you might want to take advantage of my special for getting certified. I'm currently running a special with Herbal 411 on medical cannabis certifications. That's the 3-page physician authorization form. So the state is going through a little bit of a revamping where they're making it easier. I also offer my expertise so you can get your control of disease, control of suffering, and use as little product as possible. And it usually means combination of several different products. But let's talk about topical for now. This is by Avexia, and the lotion should penetrate a little bit easier than creams and gels. The important word is the vehicle that the medicine is mixed in with. For those of you who like data, this is the ingredient label, and it essentially says 1-to-1, meaning of the 144 different cannabinoids that you find from the plant, this has equal portions of THC and CBD. That's just 2 different cannabinoids of 144. You can potentially get psychoactive or high with this. Now, that's a far stretch, and let me explain why. You would first have to get enough product all over your skin, and it has to be a large swath of skin. If you're looking to get high from this, then you'd have to have it penetrate the skin and enter into the subcutaneous tissue. Once it gets into the blood vessels, then it's the highway to the brain, and in the brain you can have the high effect. I have not been able to find any products, except for one, where I felt a little bit relaxed after application, but that could have been placebo effect. So I still have my reservations that this will get you high. I'm hoping that this will take away that subcutaneous and muscular spasm that I'm feeling. So we probably should talk about that. When you feel pain, say in the low back area, like I'm feeling now, I have a little bit of pain to my right low back. I was sitting on a stool while I was interviewing a patient, and I spent about an hour and a half on the stool, no cushion. That's where I noted the pain was coming. So I can usually break that within a couple hours. I just have to do the right things, rest up, or just skip my exercise for the day and you'll see what happens. By the way, I've been doing 2-a-days for the last couple weeks just in preparation for my Colorado hike, but my butt's getting beaten. And it could be why I have back pain in addition to the stool things. I'm gonna try this and see if it helps. And I don't smell any fragrance, and I'm gonna put this here, and that's a squeeze. That's 3 pumps that you just saw. When I saw Avexia's label, I remembered I had the old pill. That's what I started with way back when I was experimenting with medical cannabis, I think in 2018. I have never opened this thing. This is Avexia Relief 14-to-1, pretty much 14 CBD, 1 THC. Again, you will not get high unless you take all these at the same time, and that could be bad for your liver. I just found a new bottle, so I haven't used this yet, and the expiration is still cool. The company Avexia makes both of these. I'm gonna try to put this on my back in the area where it's a little painful. I probably won't get any response immediately, but I'll make sure I put it in the comments section once I post this video. And I think I put too much on because I am slipping all over the place. And now I have to get rid of extra stuff. So I'm gonna put it all over. You're gonna smell like Ben Gay. So those baby boomers who are my YouTube subscribers, you know that smell. I remember in high school opening up the indoor stadium to winter track and field, and you get hit by Ben Gay, because that's all we had back then, Ben Gay and a Ace rap. And anybody that was cold, even if you weren't injured, if you were just cold, people would put Ben Gay on and think that they were warming up their muscles, when in actuality you were probably cooling them down because of the evaporative effect of Ben Gay. So how I would use this if I was exercising would be if I was going to do a tough leg day, or these 2-a-days. Sometimes it'll get real tough on Monday. I would start half to a full dropper 2 to 3 times a day, the day before leg day, the day of leg day, and possibly 2 days after I finished leg day. Just because I think having an amount of CBD in your system always helps resolve or accelerate the healing process. My usual go-to is the tincture, but now that I found my tablets, I might just use up my tablets. If you put a topical on, it too will help resolve or accelerate the healing process, but you're not gonna know which is your intervention, especially you guys that invest in acupuncture, extra turmeric, massage therapy, physical therapy. All that stuff is important but just for this limited experiment, I'll just be sticking to this and then reporting how things are in about 12 hours. So I don't remember how much this cost. It was, I think, pretty cheap. The deal breaker might be the same as the Mary Medicinal's Muscle Freeze. If you put too much on, you'll be tingly all over. Mary Medicinal Muscle Freeze has menthol in it. Interesting, I just checked the ingredients and there is no wintergreen, but it certainly smells like it. There is menthol though. That's why it reminds me of Mary Medicinal Muscle Freeze. And that time in Colorado that I put it all over my body and I ended up really freezing because it was cold in Colorado on top of a mountain and I had to be in front of a fire, but I was still freezing. So you're going to have that evaporative effect and you will smell like Bengay still. I'm going to give this a thumbs up already because of the menthol, which I thought was wintergreen, evaporative effect. Evaporation off of the skin causes a cooling, and when you have cooling, you actually distract the brain. When the brain is concentrating on one area of your body, it says pain, then you focus on pain and you feel the pain. But if you have two signals, pain, but then it's really cold, then eventually the cold will be the overwhelming stimulus, and that's all you'll notice, and you won't be as stiff anymore. That's distraction away from spasm that allows movement and that allows blood flow. I think that's a positive response. If you've tried the Avexia Pain Relief Lotion and you noticed good results, put them in the comments down below, or if you have a great topical that you found in one of your dispensaries, I'd like to know about it. When you support your local dispensary, you support your cultivator. When you support the cultivator, she will come up with more product. So get out there, use these products wisely. Check out my other videos on my YouTube channel on how to incorporate medical cannabis products for your disease process. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you at the next video.